Autism is a neural disorder, and it is one of the fastest growing disability in the world. As on date, there is no cure for autism. Some of the things that one can, try to understand or find the symptoms that the child has poor eye contact, and the child is having socio-communication issues. He is not able to socialize. You put this child with autism in among 100 children, and he will absolutely be in his own world. He will not interact with anybody around him. And because of this social issues that he finds himself, he excludes himself rather, that he is not able to communicate with people as well. So, the socio-communication, as we call it, this is one of the major symptoms that you see in a child with autism. So, how do we know that a child has autism? Sometime during the age of around 1, the mother realizes that she is calling him by name and the child is not responding. So, from there, a red flag comes in that there is something wrong with my child. He is not having the same milestones that other children have. So, I'm trying to put this in very simple, without the technical jargon, so that more number of people are able to understand. So once the child does not respond to his name, that is the time the mother starts thinking that there is, yes, I need to do something about it. And then they go to the first person to recognize is the pediatric who is able to tell the mother, yes, there is something seriously wrong. But even the pediatric physician, what we call as developmental physicians, it takes time for them to actually pinpoint that the child has autism. But by the time the child is 18 to 24 months old, the symptoms are very clear. The child does not respond to his name. The child makes very poor eye contact. The child communication is reduced to a large extent, and that is the time the parent must go and take help, and what we call as early intervention. So first is detection, then we go in for early intervention. But between these two, I always say, there has to be an acceptance by the parent that there is something wrong with my child. If the parent does not accept this, then there is a delay in getting help for the child. And by the time they come to know, by the time they accept that there is something seriously wrong with the child, it's quite late. So I think when we come to know as a parent that there is something wrong with the child, they must accept the fact that there is something missing, there is something amiss, and they should take help and go in for early intervention. When a mother and father are told when their child is 18 months or 30 months that the child has autism, it's a big shock for them. They question, whichever God they believe in. कि मुझे ही क्यों चुना? Why did you choose me? you know, invariably it comes to, finding fault with each other. कि तुम्हारे वजह से हुआ, तुम्हारे वजह से हुआ. And lot of families actually, end up in divorce or at least separation. Because I've seen in most cases the father, the male partner refuses to accept that it is his contribution that brought in the child without him. The entire family life goes for a toss. Even the conjugal life, because the child, the minute he is diagnosed, unfortunately in India, I mean, there is a lot of lack of quality services. There is a lot of exploitation of a family who has got a child with disability, and invariably, there is a lot of conflict between the wife and the husband as to what is to be done with this child with autism. And I have found that it invariably ends in a lot of conflict, and the family suffers. And when the family suffers, the child who needs the best of facilities and support and love and affection, that is when he loses.